They don't want you to see this. A century-old book written in 1922 left intentionally incomplete. Not because of carelessness, but as an act of spiritual war. A text designed to protect a secret so powerful, it had to be fragmented, hidden, encrypted biologically, stored not in ink, not in machines, but inside living minds. This secret was never meant for mass consumption. You're not watching this by accident. You're here because you sense something different is happening. You feel the weight of invisible structures, religions, governments, wellness industries, pulling strings from the shadows. What if one symbol, one spiral, could snap that cord? Welcome to New Paradigm. Let's begin. Mount Kurama, where reality was rewritten. It all started with a man named Mikao Usui, a Japanese seeker, meditating in solitude on Mount Kurama. There, something happened. Not a vision, but a download. What he received wasn't just healing, it was a full spiritual operating system, a method of tuning consciousness itself. He returned not with scrolls or relics, but with a way to awaken human perception. He encoded it into what we now call Reiki, but not the Reiki you know from massage studios or spa brochures. The original method was dangerous, too powerful to distribute freely. So Usui made a decision that shaped everything: secrecy. He trained around 2,000 students, but only 20 were initiated as Shihan, masters who knew the full system. That's a 1-to-100 ratio, the pattern used by mystery schools across history. The rule is simple: the stronger the content, the smaller the circle. And Usui enforced it with militant discipline. No writing down the symbols, no copies. You memorize, or you're out. One symbol in particular had to be protected above all: a spiral, known as Chokurei. You've seen its watered-down versions online, but the real one? That version is alive, adaptive, reactive to intention, capable of collective resonance. Still curious? Why the spiral was hidden? Biological encryption. Why hide it? Why not share it with the world? Because real power isn't loud. It's quiet, stored in the brain, not on servers. It's what data security experts now call biological encryption. When a symbol is memorized, not written, it can't be leaked, hacked, or intercepted. If the guardian disappears, the symbol disappears with them. Historian Hiroshi Doi confirmed that natural disasters and wars erased parts of the original lineage. But this wasn't a failure, it was design. No official version exists. The tracing of Chokurei changes based on the energy of the practitioner. No one can patent it. No government can regulate it. That's why even today, forums argue about how it's supposed to look. And here's the punchline: this chaos is protection. The Western hijack, spiritual identity theft. But secrets don't stay quiet forever. After Usui's death, something strange began to happen. A Polish academic theory emerged, suggesting Usui rediscovered Sanskrit symbols on Mount Kurama. Sounds exotic, right? Except the symbols are in pure Japanese. Names like Chokurei, Honsha Zeisho Nen, Daikomyo, directly tied to Shinto and Zen Buddhism. So why pretend it's Indian? Because geopolitics. In the 1920s, Japan was rising, militarily, technologically, spiritually. If the West acknowledged a Japanese energy system capable of collective impact, there would be consequences: espionage, sanctions, surveillance. So they rewrote the origin story. The goal? Sever Japan's spiritual ownership, break the trail, make the roots untraceable. This wasn't confusion, it was strategy. By blurring the source, the esoteric marketplace could resell it at will, free from tribute, free from truth. And today, that myth still persists. The corporate fragmentation, selling the pieces. Enter the modern era, The global wellness industry is now worth billions of dollars annually. But here's the paradox. The more commercial Reiki becomes, the less you hear about Chokurei's true form. Streaming platforms offer diluted meditations, courses sell shiny certificates, and the original tracing? Buried. The spiral became a logo, a branding device. Why? Because revealing the full symbol, its mantra, its activation method, would collapse the paywall. It would end the need for tiered certifications. The empire would crumble. This is informational control disguised as enlightenment. A pyramid built not of stone, but of diluted knowledge. The hidden weapon. Not what you think. Most people think Chokurei is about amplifying healing energy, balancing chakras, cleansing rooms. They're not wrong, but they're not right either, because that's just personal application. The true spiritual weapon hidden in Usui's 1922 manual isn't about healing, it's about liberating perception. It's about triggering a moment where ego drops and a witness consciousness emerges. Let me paint the contrast for you. Scene 1. A dark room, one candle, silence. A master traces Chokurei in the air, slowly, with precision. You repeat it 99 times until body, mind, and breath synchronize. And then, something happens. You're no longer you, your presence itself. Scene 2. A weekend hotel workshop. Printed manuals, colorful diagrams, talk of manifesting money. Same symbol, completely different outcomes. Why? Intention. One seeks to destabilize the matrix. The other adds another app to the spiritual toolbox. Collective activation, the real threat. Now let's go deeper. What happens if one person traces the real Chokurei? Energy amplifies. The space is sealed. But what if hundreds do it together? Imagine energy grids formed during protests, parliament sessions, or around data centers. If the symbol truly focuses universal energy, then it can also neutralize collective emotion, reverse polarity, or even disrupt digital influence fields. No radar detects it. No army intercepts it. This is a psychic pulse, invisible yet devastating. And that's why the symbol was kept hidden. In the right hands, it heals. In the wrong ones, it rewires belief systems, disarms propaganda, breaks mass hypnosis. This is why the Reiki manual describes hand positions, breathwork, but never shows the full spiral. It's not oversight, it's containment. And now you're beginning to see the full picture. The ethical dilemma, who should know? So here's the ethical problem. Do we democratize this knowledge, risking reckless misuse? Or restrict it, reinforcing elitism? This is the same tension facing AI, social algorithms, and neurotech. Except this one doesn't need a lab, just the right symbol, a focused mind, and silence. The Chokurei doesn't need electricity, doesn't need wires. It operates on intention, which means you could use it right now. And that's the danger. That's the promise. You are the gatekeeper now. Let's get personal. Choose one symbol, one phrase, memorize it. Don't write it. Tie it to a daily act, brushing teeth, closing your eyes. Do this for 30 days. Watch how your mind changes. When it knows there's no backup, it gives more attention, more reverence. The memory becomes sacred. And now, you're part of the biological encryption network. The Guardian isn't in Japan, it's not in a temple. It's you. And once enough people do this, the game changes. Autonomous communities emerge. Collective perception shifts. The pyramid shakes. And here's the twist. You don't need permission, because the secret was never about the shape. It was about the frequency of the observer. So now you have to ask yourself, will you trace the spiral to perpetuate dependence or to ignite autonomy? Either way, the choice isn't tomorrow. It's now. Do you think the original tracing of the Chokurei symbol should stay hidden to protect its power, or be made public so everyone can access it? Drop your thoughts below, curious to see where you stand on this. If this video opened up something new for you, something deeper, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell icon so you don't miss the next deep dive. We're just getting started.